Hey, what's up? Hello. Welcome on into Kemba's world. If you are new here, make sure to drop a like and make sure to drop a subscribe. And if you're returning Pollen in Kemba's world, then welcome on back, guys. In today's video, I'm going over some of my dating icks / red flags. So let's get on in video of all of my dating icks / red flags. My first dating ick is when somebody has a poor communication, meaning they want you to read your mind and whatnot, and that they just like basically shut off when like things get hard for them or things get hard in a relationship and whatnot. Like, I don't like that at all. Like, I feel like you should be able to be an adult and communicate effectively with your partner no matter how hard it gets, because your partner cannot read your mind 24/7, 365 days of the year. So I feel like if you have poor communication skills, I'm just gonna end up walking away from you, because I do not have the time for poor communication skills at this point in my life. Another dating ick that I have is when people put their judgment into their animals or into their kids. And like, yes, and before y'all come at me in the comments saying like, oh well, my kids need to approve every one of my last relationships and blah blah blah, or yes, my dog needs to approve my relationship, blah blah blah. If that's like your cup of tea, that's your cup of tea. But for me, like, I don't understand why people would say like, oh well, if my dog does not like you, then it's not gonna work out, because you're dating the person at the end of the day. So like, why are you putting all of your judgment into your kids, into your dogs, into your cats, and into your pets or whatever household animal that you have? You understand what I'm saying, guys? Like, let me know down in the comments below if like I'm completely alone in this, because like at the end of the day, like, I feel like personally it's kind of stupid, but let me know, sound off in the comments below if you find it stupid or whatnot. Another dating ick that I have is when somebody wants to be constantly in contact with you, meaning that you always have to be texting them, that you always have to be on FaceTime with them or on a phone with them, like, or whatever it may be. And I won't lie to you, back when I was in high school, I used to be like that. But now, as I've grown older, and I realize that everybody has their own lives, because at the end of the day, your partner has their own lives outside of you. So give them grace when they don't text you right away, because you can't just automatically think like, oh, my partner didn't respond to my text at 2:02, that I sent at 2:02, and it's 2:10, and they must be out there cheating. Like, your partner has a life. Like, your partner needs to go to work, your partner needs to pay bills. Like, I feel like if they go like an excessive amount of time, like a week, 2 weeks without talking to you, a month without talking to you, then bring it up. But like, I feel like every other day of like check-ins, like, it's like good enough. Like I feel like that's like another dating. Like, it's like when people, like, I want my partner to be clingy, but I don't want them to be clingy to the point where we're constantly on the phone with each other. We're constantly always talking to each other, like we're each other's like whole entire world. Like, I don't want that. No. So another dating ick that I have is is when a is when how do I word this? Because I don't know how to word it. Because I know what I'm thinking of, but I just don't know how to word it. Hold on. Give me a second. Another dating ick that I have is with dating profiles on dating apps is when people don't put like more information on in their dating apps. Like they put like, oh, I'm 6'2" if that matters and whatnot, and that will be like their whole entire like bio for their dating apps. Like for me, I am on dating apps. With my bio, I give y'all I give my matches the most maximum information that I could put out there. Like I put that I'm a bookworm. I put that I love video games. I put that I'm a cat mom. Like things of like that nature. Like I put something like where it can probably like strike up like a conversation. Like and whatnot. But like I don't dating like it's an ick of mine of like people who don't fill out like their bio and like all you gotta do is hit them with like the hey, how are you? Like I want to hit them with like, oh, I see like you like video games. Like what type of video games do you like? Do you like first person shooters? Do you like indie games? Do you like RGPs, JRPs? Do you like MMOs? Like what type of video games do you like? Like I want to hit them with that. But if like I see like you put like, oh, I'm 6'2" and whatnot, I'm just gonna instantly just like swipe left on you because I don't know how to start a conversation off of that. Like I read bios. If I can't find a conversation starter within your bio, I'm swiping left. I'm just being honest. Another dating ick that I have is when people think like just because you're going on the date with a person for like the first time that you're supposed to act like completely like different, like not yourself. Because I remember a few years ago I went on a date, right? And this guy took me on a date and like I began eating like how I normally would eat, and he was like, oh wow, you're not one of those girls that like eat like so shyly and whatnot. And I'm like, no, I'm not one of those girls that will eat like all proper and like things of that nature. Like if you want to be with me, you're going to see everything, the good, the bad, the ugly. Like I don't know what you want me to say about that. So like that's like a dating ick of mine. Another dating ick of mine is when like, and I'm only saying this from like personal experience, is like when you let your like family / friends try to like dictate your like love life. Like going back into like the ick from earlier with like how you put your judgment into kids. Like if you like tell like your best friend like, oh, you're talking to this person, and your best friend is like, oh well, are you serious about this person? Like I feel like yes, it's important to like make sure like your significant other is loved by like by everyone you know. But at the same time, I feel like as long as like your significant other is loved by your immediate family and like your closest friends, then like I feel like everybody else is just irrelevant. That's how I see it. But like to say like you want the validations for your relationship for like from every single body you know, it's like kind of asking a bit much. Cause like, and again, like I'm saying, I'm only speaking this from like personal experience, because I remember I was talking to this one person, and like my best friend hit me with like, oh well, what does this mean for like our friendship? And I'm like, just because I'm in, and I told her like, just because I'm in a relationship doesn't mean like we're not gonna be best friends anymore. Like, my relationship is just another aspect of my life, just like how yours is, like, and whatnot. So that's another dating ick of mine. And my last dating ick that I have for this video, because if I list out all my dating icks, this video probably will be like 2 hours long, and I'm not trying to have like another almost hour long video, because if you guys seen the last video, you know. But my last dating ick that I will share with you guys today is like when I guess you could say this dating ick applies to like outside of romantic relationships and whatnot is that, but and it's kind of a 2-in-1 deal now that I think about it, and I'm gonna share them. And you can decide if they're 2 separate icks or they're like one and the same. I don't like when people want to like overstep your boundaries, because I was talking to this one man, and he was like trying to force me to call him a daddy, and I was like, I will call you daddy when the time is right and when I feel like it and when I'm comfortable enough. But you trying to force down my throat that you want me to call you daddy, it's kind of concerning to me, sir. And the 2-part of this is like when somebody makes the one thing in their whole entire personality trait, and I do mean the whole entire personality trait. Like for example, like let's say like I'm talking to a person, and they like Star Wars, and like in every conversation that I try to initiate with them, they try to include Star Wars into the conversation, even though the conversation is not related to Star Wars. Like, why does everything you need to say to me is Star Wars related? Like, I know you're a big fan of Star Wars, and that Star Wars is a big aspect of your life, but it should not be an aspect of your life where you try to make every conversation Star Wars related, or you try to slip into the conversation something about Star Wars, like, and whatnot. Like, that's kind of like a deal breaker for me. It's like when somebody makes the one thing, whatever it is, it could be Star Wars, it could be video games of any kind. Like, I just hate when people make one thing their whole entire personality trait, because the minute that I see like somebody's whole entire personality trait is one single thing, I'm out. I'm gone like the wind. So that is all that I have to share today for you guys in regards of my dating icks. Let me know if I should do a part 2 to this dating icks video, because this was a quite fun video to make and whatnot. If you guys haven't already, please make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification, so that way you know when I upload. For the time being, I am uploading every Saturday at 2 p.m. EST. Make sure to follow me on all the socials. Those are linked down in the description down below. Have a good day/night wherever you may be in the world. Make sure to drink your water, take your meds, and I will see you lovelies in the next video. Bye.